live webcast on the internet. I'm sitting here in a production facility, not really using any of the equipment. Everything's coming off my laptop. I got handy cams and stuff. It's kind of a cool time to be alive when an average person now can go live around the world uncensored. It's really changing how we live. And so today I want to talk about how to communicate in the 21st century, things like live webcasts like we're doing now, also video on demand web pages. So when I'm done, I put this video on our page. You can watch it anytime, day or night after that. And then we'll get more into like telemedicine and distance learning. These are huge ideas that have to do with online video, and most people just don't understand them. And then finally, towards the end, I want to talk about virtual reality. This blows my mind. It's like the holodeck on Star Trek. It's so cool what's available nowadays and what can be done. And finally, the concept of singularity. What happens when the entire world is connected? Of course, not everybody wants to do it. Some people might want to drop off the grid, and sometimes either way. But that we have the potential as human beings to connect all up and share our ideas and thoughts. It's an interesting time to be alive, and I'm glad you tuned in. Stay tuned. After this message, we're going to be talking about the history of online video. Those that don't know, I mean, me and Nick and Kevin, a couple of my buddies, we kind of pioneered this idea of online video from my public access TV show that I was kind of fighting censorship back in North Dallas in the mid-1990s. And my buddy Nick gave me this book about HTML code, writing web pages, and it just dawned on me, wow, wait a minute now. I go through so much to put a show on cable, and it's only seen around Carrollton, and I got to go through the cable company and the city and get everybody's approval. And then if I make a web page, put video on it, it can be seen around the world. That's incredible. And so we'll be talking about all of that. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Today I'm going to talk about Patty. Patty's best characteristics, she's stupid. Stupid and ugly. Everything she does is ugly. Watch her eat. Watch her stuff her face. Look at her. Greasy hair, dirty fingernails. It makes me want to vomit. Get a life, Patty. Thank you.
You got me.
You want it?
Just pointed at me and go listen.
Oh, man.
What if I told you the Wright brothers weren't the first people to fly? What if I said maybe somebody 10 years before that was doing the same thing every day? And what if I showed you proof of that? What would you do? Would you just blow it off, or would you do something about it? Would you talk about it? Would you tell others? Well, I don't know about flying, but I do know about online video. I started one of the first ever online TV shows in 1997 and had the first YouTube 10 years before YouTube came along. Did live webcasts from 1997 on dial-up phone lines. I've really seen it all when it comes to online video. However, for most people, you think YouTube is where it all started. In 2005, they uploaded a zoo video or something, and history was made. I saw an interview with Burt Wolf Travel Show. I still ain't figured out why that is, but where he talked to one of the co-founders of YouTube. And he was saying, it's amazing, your imagination. How did you come up with such a great idea and nobody had anything like it? And I'm sitting there watching it as a veteran at home, trying to pay my bills, take care of my family. And I'm thinking, they just announced they made $1.6 or $7 billion off this idea. And he's taking all the credit for it. It was a bit frustrating. So I was happy to have this class. I got a captive audience. I can tell the history of online video really the way it is. And nobody really knows it. And so today I'm going to show a few clips so you can actually see what I'm talking about and basically hopefully open your mind to not only what I've done, I'm getting kind of old and a little bit tired, I want to see other people do it. Take these ideas, the concept of online video, like webcast, video conferencing, telemedicine, distance learning, remote viewing. I'm still hoping for a holodeck in my house. I don't know what's going to happen if porn catches on. It'll be pretty addictive. But overall, a holodeck, 3D viewing, the opportunity to be able to create a world around you, step into the beach, the mountains, and all that, that's just going to change how we live. So, talking about the past, when it came to online video, in the early 90s, I had a public access TV show. And I did some investigative reports on City Hall, which didn't go well. And it was truthful, it was honest, but I got pulled off the air, fought really hard. But that censorship drove me to look for another way. And in the mid-90s, there was really no internet. I mean, it kind of was there, but nobody really knew it. And a buddy of mine gave me an HTML book, and I was like, I have no idea what this is about. And it's a language to write web pages. And so I put it together, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm fighting to keep my show on cable access here in local Dallas. I can go put this on a server, and anybody in the world can watch this uncensored? Oh, wow, that's a big deal. So I started doing that. And eventually, I opened up a web page, basically youontv.com, that allowed me to be able to have my show available. And from that website, I mean, this is pretty much history. This is what I created in '97. I haven't really done much since, but and here I've got a couple of video clips, both the first time ever, I believe, that's documented that a human being saw a online TV show. I recorded it. I was bored. And here, a live webcast, New Year's Eve, 97, 98.
Standing by. Are we on? Yay! Happy New Year! Woo! Hello, everybody. This is Michael Getson. Welcome to the hometown. We are here at the Harder Bar, live on the internet around the world. It is New Year's. It is a few minutes into the New Year's, 1998. And we are here with a heck of a lot of people having a good time. Say hello, everybody.
It was absolutely historic. Never in time has an individual been able to be heard around the world. If you're a band, if you're a politician, if you got a business, and you're trying to figure out how to get your message out, this is huge. And so as you sit here today and you wonder about the future and stuff, I hope you'll think about it when you're watching the cat videos on Facebook later. And you'll be like, wow, that Mike Getz, he was telling me about this. This is really kind of a big deal. What can we do with this? You know, telemedicine and distance learning, you know. I don't know about the holodeck thing, but that would be cool. And I hope that, you know, if life really is a song, that we learn, each of us, how to play out our verse, participate, be a part of that communications revolution. That's what I'm hoping, because I'm not getting no younger, and I've done a lot already. And I hope that at least we can all go forward and learn from this experience and do some great things in this area. Thanks. And we're back. As you saw, that speech that I gave recently, last summer actually, here at ECU, talking about the history of online video. And, you know, check it out. It's really kind of interesting how this is all developed, from just live webcasts on dial-up phone lines to more recently here at the ECU studio using AC wireless live around the world in HD high-definition video. It's really amazing. And so this next video clip shows really, I guess, what it's like when I first started doing the live webcast here in the studio. Kind of historic. Nobody had ever done it here before. And to be able to be a one-man global TV station with just this software, handy cam, and webcasting stuff around the world, it's really cool. And so coming up now is one of our historic... It is 30 March 2016. I'm here in the ECU television studio located in the library building. Most people don't even know it's here. Pretty cool little studio, but more of a 20th century television studio. And now that I'm a student here taking a video production class, I really want to do something more. And so my final project is to do a live webcast from this studio. Now, there was some real challenges going on to make this happen, not having internet access in here. Putting my show on a DVD was just too frustrating. That stuff's too old. So now, I'm actually live on the internet here in the middle of the night, trying to figure out how to make all this happen for my final project, but also our school. I mean, this is normal technology that most high schoolers know how to do. We should be doing that here. So right now I have my 4K handy cam hooked up to this video capture device I just got. Both of that through the laptop here, a good 4K i7 laptop. And I'm using the Wi-Fi for the school, which is AC band, is supposed to work pretty good. I've never really done a high definition live webcast before, and so I wasn't really sure using Wi-Fi was going to work. I've been trying to figure out how to get a network cable in here, and still kind of working on that. But the bottom line is it's working now. And so this signal is going out over the internet. We're going to, in a couple weeks, do a show, The Hometown, How to Communicate in the 21st Century discussion here about everything from virtual reality to webcasting, telemedicine, distance learning, things like that. And we'll now be able to do it live on the internet. That is so cool. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and shut down and probably go home and try to get some sleep. The world is really different now when the average person can just be live around the world, uncensored, without even asking for permission from a network or, any company, yourself. Of course, you got to be responsible for the content. Free speech doesn't cover everything, but this is a big deal, especially when you can put it online for archiving and stuff afterwards and let people see it anytime, anywhere. And so our class, are going to be in here. I'm hoping to teach them and kind of open the door and a lot of minds here at ECU on how we can start doing this stuff regularly. Because right in there is a television studio with a stage, green screen, and everything we'll be shooting on. And it doesn't get used much. This whole studio doesn't get used much. Heck, the security guy at the front didn't even know it was here. He'd heard about it. And so I'm going to make that happen. Hopefully have a lot of cool events and things going on here at ECU. Stay tuned.
Networks of cooperation. The non-governmental organization is the instrument through which people of goodwill and passion can change the course of the future. And you cannot refuse to do anything just because you can't do everything. We're all citizens of this world. Let's build a better future together.
If you joined us late, we're here webcasting live at the ECU studios, and we're talking about how to communicate in the 21st century. The live webcast is really the most interesting thing to me because that's what everything is based on, to be live on the internet so you have two-way communication, whether it's a wedding and people are joining in to check it out, whether it's your concert, your band you want to put live around the world, whether it be even like regular everyday things, people being able to video conference on Christmas morning whenever they're opening up their presents and stuff and you couldn't be there. It's a cool time to be alive. I look forward to when churches are all doing this and I can do a quick search on some topic that I want and be able to really know the mind of God as you look at churches all around the world interact live. It's really cool. And so coming up here, I'm going to call up my buddy Nick. He's one of the founders here of our show. He's helped me out quite a bit, and he's standing by, I believe, using Skype, and we're going to try to log in to him there and see if he has time to chat with us. For those that haven't tried it, though, things like Skype are pretty interesting. You're talking about free online chat to be able to talk to people around the world. It's really cool. You don't even have to pay extra when it comes to being able to pay for long distance calls and stuff like that. It's a change in time. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about telemedicine, even distance learning here at ECU. There's integrity to record the classes and stuff. It's pretty cool. But at the moment, I'm going to give a shout out to some of my fellow students here at ECU. And this is our first ever ECU Student Spotlight. Stand by. And technical difficulties as we're live on the internet in front of the world. And I'm basically right now using this software. It's called XSplit. It's kind of cool. It allows me usually to do some really cool things, but I'm having some kind of issue happening with my mouse right now that basically, is holding me up. But in the interim, think about everything we've been talking about, even virtual reality. The bottom line is, with the technology now, we communicate so much differently than any other time in history. And with virtual reality, there are people just putting on like their smartphone and the goggles and to be able to, ride a roller coaster, for instance. Even Six Flags now has something that's pretty cool. I like it when it comes to even training, like pilots and stuff like that. It's really and be able to experience different types of things to be able to communicate. With VR, virtual reality, it brings you into whatever you're doing. It's pretty cool. And so right now I got Nick on the line. He's trying to get us a call to get in. And
hey, Mike, yeah, I'm on the line. I'm trying to, my end won't let me show video.
I don't know what's going on with technology today, man. That's the only bad thing about all this stuff. It does have a tendency to let you down on occasion. Hey, Nick, so how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, and the webcast is going pretty good. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking time out of your day and checking in with us like this and be able to video conference. I know you and I kind of pioneered some of this with Kevin back in the mid-1990s, and so I definitely wanted to be able to have you on the show to be able to talk a little bit about that.
Right.
I mean, did you really think that day when you gave me that HTML book, man, that it would turn into all this?
Well, I'm not sure. Can you see me now?
No, you're still not coming through.
Okay, well, I'm not sure that I actually gave you that book. I think you found it yourself in the bookshelf and ran with it.
Really? I know, man. All I knew is when I first got it, I'm thinking, what is HTML? To be able to, I don't know, when you see that, you're like, it's a mystery. It's like some third world language or something. And then, but you were the one that just opened my mind to it, to be able to be, to do all that I've been doing. Without that to start, then it would have been definitely totally different. And so I appreciate it, no doubt, buddy.
Well, no, it's my pleasure.
All right, man. So I know, say hello to the family and stuff. We're going to finish up the show and let you go. And, of course, stay in touch. Let me know what you think and how things are going out there.
Okay, will do. Thanks.
All right, have a good day, man.
You too. Bye-bye.
And like I said, that was Nick Anderson, one of the other pioneers of some of this online webcasting kind of stuff. Worked with me for a long time back in the mid-1990s, and I appreciate that. So, just to review, talking about how to communicate in the 21st century, there's no doubt with all the technology and the things going on that, you can really change how you live. Telemedicine, distance learning, when schools are online, classes are recorded, you can go back and watch them over and over again. If you didn't really catch it, you know how to do it. Also with telemedicine, just to be able to have a nurse with a laptop going around town talking like a senior citizen center and talk to 50 patients to a doctor rather than trying to busload everybody down there like that. So it's pretty cool, man. And I hope that you'll get involved. I'll do what I can on our end to be able to continue to webcast and tell people more about what's going on. And if you have any questions or anything, you can certainly get a hold of me. I got my email address, of course, is mike@uontv.com. Just put a dash between the words. And then we're always doing things like Skype, same email address. You can log in with that. Or certainly call me, 252-753-0072. And so I appreciate y'all staying tuned. We'll be doing some more shows and talking about more of this. And, if life is a song, I look forward to seeing what your verse might be. I hope that you'll make it great. I'm Michael Getz. You're watching my show, The Hometown. Stay tuned.